Hi everybody, welcome to Cox Talks by Kat Scheffler. Today I'm going to do probably my most requested topic in comments, which is motivational calls. I just found out that I can't go live unless I have 1,000 subscribers now, which is inconvenient because I really wanted to go live to do this because I have put it off for so long. I wanted to be able to just chat with you guys. The reason that I've put it off is because it is such an abstract concept and it's not as simple as some of the other skill sets that you are able to memorize. You can still learn it, but there's going to be some creativity involved. I think there's a few different kinds. Good thing I'm not live. There's like 3 different kinds of calls: informational, technical, and motivational. Informational calls are going to be things like pick drill, where are we going, who's doing it, things that are concrete. Technical calls, does involve learning a lot about what the sport involves and what things mean. But to some extent, you can also just memorize technical calls, like the catches. But motivation, even if you were to memorize 50 different motivational calls, just repeating them whenever can only go so far, right? We cannot just be motivating by just spewing out, drop the hammer, whenever. I tend to think of motivation as just an understanding of the sport, of what is happening, and what your rowers need and want. For me, my novice year, I just 100% had no clue what was going on, and I just regurgitated things that I was told to say. The ones that I remember, my boat telling me to say, 1, drop the hammer. Don't just say it whenever. It is supposed to be when you are up on a crew. You don't want to just sit there, right? You want to put the hammer down. Don't give them a chance to come back. I remember being told my crew wanted me to say the name of the stroke seat of the boat that we were competing against, like when we got to him, and I had to yell it really loud. And I think I don't even remember if I did it. I probably did because they told me to. I always thought that one was weird. I think in a race, we were bow to stern, which means that we are down by a length. But it was on a really fast crew, Cal. Because they are really fast, my rowers were like, man, if we had just known we were that close to them, that would have kept us really motivated to hold on to them. I took that and I had just a brief moment of creativity in another race, a duel. We were bow to stern on this other boat. I screamed at the guys, if that were Cal, what would you do or how would you respond? And we would hold on to them and we would keep pace with them. And I don't remember how that race went. We probably lost, but I wrote down 5 pretty go-to standards. They're all single words. The first is attack. Probably was one of my favorite calls for a really long time. To me, means being really aggressive. I always said it right at the catch. You could say attack the front end or attack the catch. You could say attack the water. Sometimes I would just throw that one word in though, just attack. Legs, drive, go, and push are all about the legs. All of these things are really great calls, even though they're simple, in moderation. You do not want to just repeat them over and over again. Everyone starts getting go-to calls that they use all of the time. It loses its emphasis. There was a coxswain in college who always said legs, so much so that I was in the boat next to her and I was tired of hearing her say legs. I'm like, how inspirational can that be? Hearing it that much. But if you sprinkle them in, they are good calls. Maybe you're giving them a longer string of instructions, and right at the drive portion or the catch portion, you throw in a push or a right here, now, go. Those are single word things that you can pepper in. But how can you be creative is really the better question. You can look up lists. Reel them in, we're walking, let's move right through them, power it up, strong in the legs, quick through the water, make yourself stronger here. But I think for me, being motivational is really about understanding what motivates people in general. If you've ever worked out, you kind of use that. or talking to your rowers and really kind of getting in their head. If you Cox women, motivation is a lot more emotional. Doing it for your mom because you've worked so hard with the women on your team. Coxing men is a lot more flat. Numbers, aggressive. The more aggressive you are with men, just kind of like, grr, let's go balls to the wall right now. Just a lot of hype. I think that if you're struggling with motivation, be patient, focus on the other skills, and you will get there. Realize that informational calls can be motivational. Technical calls can be motivational. It's the way you deliver them. It's what they mean. For instance, I am on stroke seat. It doesn't have to be some super clever, crazy thing. What does that mean though? Well, it means that we're up by a seat. Information can also be, I am down by a seat. We need to be at Coxing. We need to be even with them. That is informational, and then there's the command, that's the motivation part coming in, which is get me back on Coxing right now. We will not wait, I need it now. Technical, we have different catches. We need to match up our catches, and when we do that, we are going to lock those blades in, and we're going to press together, and we're going to feel the surge, and we're going to go. You took a technical call, which is match up your catches, and you made it into a motivational call. Trust in the power of those informational calls and technical calls to be motivational. Giving them information and making sure the technique is on point is going to get them further, and that is motivational. So use the motivation within those things. Give them so much information. You'd never want your rowers to be wondering anything. Never wonder anything. You don't want them wondering where we are, how much is left, if they are up or if they're losing seats. So you want to give them that information. You can say, we're coming through the 1,000 and we are going to put our power move that we planned, and we are going to go, and we're going to put, that is motivational. You can use information like being on that other boat. If you lose a seat and you're like, we're on 3 seat, now we're on 4 seat. Keep it upbeat, be positive. Right? That's how you're going to be motivational. You're going to be positive, not negative, but you can be positive and constructive. All right, we're on 4 seat. We lost a little bit of our technique. So we're going to match up and we're going to get back. No, don't give them another inch, not another inch. Don't let them think that they can come back. We're going to come back right now. We're going to respond. We're going to match up. We need to take a power 5. Right? That is motivation. That's just an understanding of what your rowers will respond to and what is happening. And that will come with time. Rely on that. Just give information, and I promise you, you will be doing a lot for them motivationally if they have that information. Figure out how to be constructive with your technique. Not in the middle of a race are you going to point out this one rower's weird body lunge. You're not going to do that for the first time, but you could talk to the whole boat. You need to lengthen out in ratio. Or if one person's a little bit, you can just clean it up just a little bit in a positive, constructive way. Probably the best thing you can do is actually just watching other videos, recordings, and just listen, write things down. Memorize calls in the meantime, and take time before races to sit down and think about what's motivating to you, what's motivating to your rowers. Ask your rowers what's motivating to them. And you're going to start to just feel it. You got to connect with your rowers a little bit and just feel when they need a power 10. Feed off of their energy and give them that energy back. Realize that your tone of voice is half of it. Your cadence, your commitment. Listen to how you sound. Lower your voice, not higher. Have your cadence come down. Don't ask a question. We're doing a power 10? No, we're doing a power 10. Okay, be decisive. And trust. Trust that your rowers is going to go a very, very, very far way, even if you're not very good at motivation. If they believe that you are dedicated and committed, they will want to pull for you. It's all just, they all interconnect. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I would love to do another one if you guys ask me some of your questions. Drop some of your favorite motivational calls and keep an eye out for more videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.